Week 9 of the National Football League. And we've got the Vikings veteran wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Vikings and the Steelers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL25.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader. Standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1
touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 61 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here for Davis. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. What I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Holding offense.
The Steelers now in the nickel. On 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And look at this defense for the Vikings.
And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles
Still 2nd down.
right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
The Vikings now at 2-5 to start play. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense set to regain possession.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to get away.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from it's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll try to run this one in.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That pass play good for 7. But it still brings up a 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 15. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Gets around him, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
They're going to look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He stiff arms him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hands it off out of the gun.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Davis now to return it. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your 10th
anyone.
born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Room here to run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Browns close out the first half with the victory, but the damage has already been done, as it's just their 2nd against 6 defeats. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. 34-23, the final score. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are right up there near the top of the power rankings as they finish the first half with a 6-2 record. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play